Hi, I'm Jen from Roses and Purls, and I am at the beautiful Olives and Bananas Fiber Arts store in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Today we want to talk to you about buying a fleece. So these are some of the things that you can look at if you're lucky enough to go to a fair or to a farm gate and check out a fleece. Or if you're buying online, these are some of the things that you might have to take a look at when the fleece arrives, and get in touch with the farmer if there's something that you're not super happy with. So the first thing that you want to do is unroll your fleece, and you're going to have the sheared side up. And that's where you can take a look for things like scurf, which is kind of like a sticky dandruff that you would definitely want to let the farmer know, because there's not too much that you can do about that. You'll also be able to see any bugs that might have arrived with your fleece, and I'll talk about moths in just a minute. And you can take a look for second cuts, which are teeny, short little pieces of wool where the shearer missed it on the first pass and had to go back and do it again. And those ones you're going to want to shake out, because they'll make a bit of a mess of your yarn. Then you're going to want to flip it the other side around, and that's where you can see if your fleece has been properly skirted. And a properly skirted fleece is not going to have any yuck around the edge. If there is, you are going to want to re-skirt that off. So anything that looks like it's really, really dirty, has lots of veggie matter, definitely take out any poop, because no one should be sending you poop in the mail. You'll also be able to see how dirty your fleece is and how much work it's going to take to clean it. This is a beautiful one from Dover Farm in Southern Ontario. Her fleeces are so clean. They are pretty much ready to spin right out of the bag. So that's the kind of thing you're going to be able to tell when you unpack it. And you can also take a look for any cotting. So when you pick it up, make sure that it all spreads apart and you can pick the locks and it hasn't felted on the sheep, which is what cotting is. And check for stains. If there's any yellow, that's something that's not really going to come out when you wash it. So if you dye, you can dye over that. But if not, then you're going to want to be aware of any stains. Lastly, you're going to want to do a ping test. And a ping test is when you take a lock and you hold either end and give it a good tug, and you should be able to hear a nice twang. You should be able to give it 3 good tugs and have it stand up to that. If it doesn't, if it does this, then that means your fleece has a break in it. It's not a sound fleece. It's going to fall apart when you try and process it, and it's going to make a very nappy yarn for you. That's something that this farmer should definitely be made aware of. It could mean that the fleece was not sheared before lambing season and there's some sort of stress, but it's going to fall apart when you try and process it. Now, in terms of moths, clothes moths have a gestational period of about 4 to 10 days. So I like to take my fleeces, put them outside for 2 weeks, and then check them to make sure nothing is hatched. And then that way I know it's safe to put around my stash, and I'm not going to be infested with any sort of critters that have hitched a ride in my fleece. I store them in Rubbermaid bins with a nice tight fitting lid, because then I don't have to worry about any condensation getting in and rotting my fleece. And you want to take your fleeces out, give them a good stir around, because clothes moths, I have a kitty cat sitting on my foot. Clothes moths don't like the light. Oh, he's disappeared. I was going to give him a cameo. And that will help keep them out of your stash. So when you get your fleece, take a look, see if you like it, give it a good ping test, get in touch with the farmer if you're not super happy with it, and then you can go on to step 2, which is washing your fleece. And that's it.